Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and greetings to everybody. In this video we will discuss about the ideas of divisors and multiples. Okay, so let's start by giving definition of divisors and multiples. So let's say we have two elements, two integers a and b, such that b is non-zero. B is not equal to 0. We say B divides A. We say B divides A, and we use this notation. We say B divides A if we can find, if there exists an integer q where we can write down a is equals to bq. Okay, if we can find an integer q such that the equation satisfy the equation, so we can also write down symbolically. You write down as b divides a, you use that notation if and only if a can be written as bq for some integer q. And again, let me write down over here, this is how we read b divides a, or sometimes we might say b is a divisor of a. Okay, and over here is a is a multiple of b. Okay, so b is a divisor of a and a is multiple of b. So let's look at some examples on divisors and multiples, especially the divisors. So look at some examples. Okay. Example number 1. 2 divides 10. 2 divides 10. Why? Because 10 can be written as 2 times 5. Right? And again, 5 belongs to an integer. Okay, so here we can say that 2 is a divisor of 10, and for this one, 10 is a multiple of 2. Okay. Second example, 3 is not a divisor of 10. Why is that? Because if you write down 10 as 3 times q, so we want to find an integer q. So if you look at, if you try to get some values of q, you will never find q that will satisfy this equation. Okay, you will never get a q that will satisfy 10 is equal to 3, because we need to have q to be integers. Right, so if we couldn't find any q, so we say 3 is not a divisor of 10. Right, so 3 is not a divisor of 10, and of course 10 is not a multiple of 3. Okay, let's go into details a little bit and more about the divisors. So let's talk about the common divisors. two or more numbers. So let's say we have A is let's say A is 6, and let's say B is 15. Okay, so let's list down all the divisors of A. Okay? So the divisors of A, so it can be either positive or negative. So we know A can be divided by 1 and negative 1, okay, 2 and negative 2, 3 and negative 3, and 6 and negative 6. Okay, and the divisors of so let's put this as 6 here, divisors of 6, and divisors of 15. So we know it can be divided by 1, 2 cannot, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and what else? 15. Okay. We have only 4 divisors, plus minus, or 8 together, of 15. So among these divisors, divisors of 6 and divisors of 16, we choose the one that share the same divisors, what we call the common divisors. So 1 is the common divisors of these two, plus or minus 1, and then the other one is 3. Okay, and there's no more. So the common divisors of 6 and 15 are, they have plus minus 1 and plus minus 3. Those are the common divisors of these two numbers. Now suppose that you're just only focusing on the positive divisors. Right? So let's look at another example of common divisors, and we would just find all the positive divisors. So the common divisors of, let's say we have 3 numbers here. Let's pick like 7, right? 7, and then let's pick a small number, 12 and 18. Okay, and we just focus on the positive divisors. So the divisors of 7, is 1 and 7. Okay, of course we have negative 1, negative 7, but here we just focus on the positive divisors. And the divisors of 12 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not in there, 6 and 12. And the divisors of 18 is 1, 2, 3, 4, not in there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 18. And when we check the common divisors of these 3 numbers, okay, the common divisors of 7, 12, and 18. See, when we check, we have only one common divisor, that is 1. Okay. So the common divisor is only 1, which is the number 1 itself. Okay. And this is quite interesting. Okay, so we'll continue with more videos about the divisors in the next coming video. Okay, until then, see you.